Hey guys, what's going on? So today I'm going to be showing you a really easy way to make money by farming BANGKORAI. So in BANGKORAI there's two pretty decent sets you can get. So one is Spriggans and one is 7th Legion. So they're both mainly PvP sets, but Spriggans can also be used in PvE as well, so that's the more expensive one of the two. So what you can get here is you can get some daggers, and if you get them in the right trade they can be worth like 90k. And if you get them even in a bad trade they're worth about 40k each. Same with axes, stuff like that. So some quite expensive stuff here to get, and it's quite easy to farm, so I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. So whenever you guys get to the public dungeon, all you want to do is come into this first room here, and in the top right hand corner there's going to be a little boss you're going to kill, and it's going to drop some weapons for you. So you kill it, and then you'll come along the path to the right and then take a left into this room in the middle, and just in the top left hand corner here there's going to be another little boss you can kill. So after you kill that, you go towards your right, take that little pathway, follow it up, take a right, and then directly in front of you, sort of in the bottom right hand side of this little tiny room here at the top, we're going to have another little boss. It's going to be a Centurion. You're just going to kill it. After you kill it, you just come down to the room below, just going a little bit south, and there's going to be a boss over on the bottom left hand side, and there's going to be the group event over in the bottom right. And after you've done that, all you want to do is follow the little pathway down and to the left, and then you're going to come to a room where there's going to be a little spider directly in the bottom middle. That's going to be the last boss, and then you're just going to follow the path around to the start again and just sort of continue this rotation. So I'm just going to show you the rotation so you guys know how to do it, and you can see me doing it so you know exactly what way to be going whenever you're in the dungeon. So basically, if you come here into this room, on the left there's going to be a little boss, so you just want to kill it. It's going to be pretty easy to solo. You can solo pretty much every single boss in here. You can do this by yourself. If you're on a tank or a healer, obviously it's quite difficult, but if you bring a damage dealer with a self heal, you're going to be really fine here. So after you've killed him, you want to just follow this little path here and then come up to the left, and you just follow this up, and there's going to be a little boss further up in this room here as well, just sort of to the top left of this, and you're just going to kill it. Just get the loot, and then whenever you're done with that, you're just going to follow over to this path over on the right, go through here and follow this path around, and whenever we come out of here, you're going to see there's going to be a big Centurion boss right in front of us. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kill it. So after we kill this Centurion boss and we get the loot from it, we're just going to follow this little path here on our right, and we're just going to come down, and there's going to be a lot of ads in this room. I don't have to kill all the ads, but it is easier just to kill them because you might as well. So there's a little dwarven spear here on the right that we're going to kill. It's a boss, and then also on the left hand side of this room as well, there's going to be another boss. It's going to be the actual group event where you get the skill point, and we're going to kill that. So to kill that, you have to kill all the little Centurions on this side of the room. So after we killed that, we're just going to follow this little pathway here, and we're going to come into another room, and you're going to see over towards the left here there's going to be a little dwarven spider. So we're just going to kill this little dwarven spider boss, and then this is the last boss in the public dungeon, and then we're just going to go back around to the start and restart this rotation, and this is how you farm. So from this farm you're going to get your Spriggans weapons, your 7th Legion weapons, and you're going to get hands off both sets. So it's a pretty good way to make money. It's probably the best way to make money in BANGKORAI, although the boss rotation here is quite nice and simple as well, plus you could hit some dolmens. Okay guys, so we're just going to go over the rotation here I used for the overland bosses and the dolmens. So we're going to come right up to the north here of BANGKORAI, and we're just going to travel to this little way shrine and then walk down to the dolmen. After we've done the dolmen, we're just going to go back to the way shrine, and then we're going to teleport back down to the main city. And from here we're just going to go over to this little world boss at the left of the main city, and we're going to kill it, and then we're just going to come back down to this way shrine. And from this way shrine we're just going to teleport over to the Viridian Woods way shrine here, near the middle of BANGKORAI. So when we get to this way shrine, we're just going to come a bit south, and there's going to be a boss here that we're going to kill. So this one isn't too difficult to kill, you can do this on your own. Whenever you kill it, you're just going to go over to the right here, there's going to be another little world boss in here. It's not very difficult, you can definitely kill it on your own as well. From there, you're just going to come south to this little dolmen. I do this just in between these bosses, and then afterwards I just travel up north to this last boss here. And after you've done that, we just restart the rotation, so you just like go back up to the northwest shrine and just keep doing this rotation. So this is the one I personally use, and this is probably the best. I prefer this over the public dungeon in BANGKORAI specifically, but other places like the Shan, I think the public dungeon is a lot easier. So I'm just going to go over me doing the rotation for you guys so you can see it. So we're up here at the very first dolmen. So you see, you just go up here, just get a couple of kills, and then you'll get your little piece of jewelry from the chest of this dolmen. So after you finish the dolmen, you'll get a little chest, obviously. And in the chest, you have a chance of getting purple Spriggans jewelry or purple 7 Legion jewelry. So the Spriggans jewelry sells about 50k a piece, and the 7 Legion only sells about 5k, but it's still 5k. So again, from there, we're just going to teleport down to the main city, and we're going to travel up to the Blighted Isle, and we're going to kill this little world boss. So this world boss is just a big Spriggan. It's not very difficult to fight at all. You can definitely solo this one. It's not too much of a fight here. So you're just going to kill this, and this has a chance to drop you weapons as well as body and legs of the set, so 7 Legion Spriggans. After we kill that, we're going to teleport to the Viridian Woods witch hunt, and we're going to come a little bit south down here, and we're going to kill these little bosses here. So this boss is a little bit tricky to solo yourself because there's 2 of them and they do have stuns and stuff, but you can pretty much do it pretty easily as long as you have like a shield or a self heal. So from the summoner's camp, we're just going to come over to the right to this little sanctum here, and we're going to fight this world boss. This little world boss isn't too difficult at all. He spawns some little lads, but you can pretty much just ignore the little lads and focus on him and you'll die quite easily. And then after we've killed this world boss, you just come out and then go to the left a little bit, and there's going to be a little dolmen just up this little road. So we're just going to do this dolmen, look for some jewelry again from the chest, and after we've done that, we're just going to walk from the dolmen and just run straight up ahead of us, and we're going to be ending up at this world boss in front of us. We're just going to kill it. A nice little ghost boss. It's not very difficult at all. You got to do is sort of avoid his little fears, and he's pretty easy to kill. So that's the entire rotation. So after that, you just restart it and you just do it as many times as you want until you get the weapons and stuff that you want. Just keep farming like this. So what I'll do now is I'll go over the pricing of some of the items here. So I'm going to give you the prices for Xbox EU. So the prices will be different on PC and PS4 probably, but this is a good indication of what items are expensive and what you want to be farming. So on Xbox EU, the Spriggan's bow in Infused sells for about 50k. If you get it in a worse trait, you can still sell for 10-20k, but 50k for an infused one. Very similar for the daggers. So the daggers usually sell about 35 or 40k in a bad trait, but if you happen to get the dagger in infused, you can ask for about 90k for it, because that just means that people don't have to trade change it with their own little transmute gems, and that has a lot of value. So other weapons like Spriggan swords sell for about 50k if they're infused. Maces will sell similarly about 30-40k if they're infused. Everything in a worse trait obviously will sell for a little bit less. So if you get a Spriggan sword and it's in training, I would say probably 20k to sell that for. But if you get an infused one, 50. You know, same with a mace. You get a little Spriggan's mace, 20k. If you get it in infused, 50k. So 7 Legion weapons aren't worth quite as much. So the bow is pretty much worthless. Most of the staffs of 7 Legion are worthless. The sword, if you get it infused, worth about 30k. Dagger is worth about 30k. Axe is worth about 30k. The 2-handed sword, if you get infused, worth about 20k. But if you get these in terrible traits, again, if you get like a training sword, probably about 5-10k just for the bad trait swords. And if you get a good trait sword, to sell it for that higher amount. So the main thing we're looking for here is Spriggans, definitely, because Spriggans is the main money set here. But also 7 Legion is just also like a little bit of money, so it has a bit of consistency to it. So for body pieces, you want to be looking for Defined Spriggans or Impenetrable Spriggans. So Defined is for PvE, because some people do use this on their PvE builds if they don't have a fancy nucleator, stuff like that. And the other reason is for Impen is because PvP is a really strong PvP set. It's got really high pen and it just makes it hit really hard, especially on Nightblades and stuff. So an Impenetrable piece of Spriggans will usually sell for about 20k if you can get it in that, and a Divine Space will sell for very similar amounts. So again, terrible trait isn't really worth too much in these armor pieces. You can get maybe 5k for a bad trait of 7 Legion and for Spriggans, but if they're in a good trait, you're probably looking at about 20k each. For 7 Legion armor pieces, realistically what you want is just Impen. You don't want Divines or anything else, you just want just Impen, because it's mainly just a PvP set. So you want to get this Impen, and these pieces are going to sell for about 10k each. Also for the jewelry, so Spriggan's jewelry is worth quite a lot, so you can get about 70k on Xbox EU for a Spriggan's ring and about 50k for a necklace. So it's still, they're very expensive, and they're a really good way to make money if you can get the drops. 7 Legion jewelry is only worth about 5-10k each, so that's not a lot, but again, if you get it, it's a little bit of consistency. So you have 2 out of the 3 sets you can possibly drop being worth a decent amount of money. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you use this little farming route and make yourself some money. If you do, let me know in the comments how it went and if you actually find it helpful. So remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.